to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams. And Jay, once you beat the traffic, this is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that purple and gold floor, you know you have to bring your A game. Plus, your trash-talking A game to all the celebrities sitting courtside, Ed.
It's the definition of showtime. Let's do this. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Leonard.
To number 0, Kyle Kuzma. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. And he hits the second. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Leonard.
To number 0, Kyle Kuzma. That's his second.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second of 3 is good. Davis, great feed. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Anthony Davis.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
James, bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Leonard to Beverly. Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly. Lakers ball. Cousins. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. He's been steady, 83% at the line. First one goes down. Second of 3, got it. Knocks down all 3 at the line.
Oh yeah, I like that.
To Davis. Danny Green to James. Curling inside. Slams it down.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
And stuffs it home. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Leonard to Beverly. Lets it fly from long range. His first effort off the mark. And a putback slam.
I don't know if it was so much the bounce or the vertical. I think it was more so the reach. That's what happens when you have a 7+ wingspan.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Paul George with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter.
For the Lakers, number 10, Jared Dudley.
To Danny Green. Beyond the arc for three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. The follow won't go either. Cousins, down low for Davis. Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Leonard to Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. To James.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
DeMarcus Cousins, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
New blood coming in for both sides.
LA, number 7, JaVale McGee. Subbing in for LA.
Leonard. Textbook defense. Caldwell Pope. McGee powers it through. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Just off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Leonard. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Easy path to the rim.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Kawhi Leonard looking good. 4 for 5.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. George, man, that was a tough shot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
That misses with a second to go. First quarter is complete, and this one's all tied up. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Leonard buries the three.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Caldwell Pope to James. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Davis. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Anthony Davis, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Leonard knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
George. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that.
Ferocious slam inside.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
He gets it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Leonard. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
DeMarcus Cousins. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed. It's LA Clippers ball. Kawhi Leonard gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. LBJ has it. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. Tonight, he's shooting 88% from the line. 2 for 2 on that trip. To Danny Green. It's good. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw.
For Los Angeles, number 15.
3 for 3. Nice. To Caldwell Pope. with a drop step. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Leonard misfires. It's no good. Davis to James with a drop step. Throws it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Leonard to Williams. Leonard.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's his first personal foul.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. He's been steady, 90% at the line. First free throw is good. It's the second. One more coming. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Danny Green, and that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. To George. Good look that time, but off the mark. Across the timeline comes James, trailing by 4. Can't get past the defender, and he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Paul George. Gets to the basket and scores. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard. They get it to George. Down low. DeMarcus Cousins. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To James. Paul George. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
With a drop step. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Navigating through traffic. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Anthony Davis. He's got 2 shots coming. Shooting 75% so far tonight. So he hits the first, misses the second. With a drop step. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
We have come upon halftime with the Clippers out in front. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. To Leonard. DeMarcus Cousins able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Cleaning the offensive glass. With a drop step. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Beverly. 4-3. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Goes 2 for 2. Navigating through traffic. Paul George to Leonard. With a drop step. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away. That's his third block this evening. George.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Leonard. PG lets it fly. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Anthony Davis with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
To Danny Green.
Green, I got your help.
LeBron James. With that, he's 5 for 9.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. And the basket good at the rim.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Leonard. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Changes coming from both sides right now.
For the Lakers, number 7, JaVale McGee. Into the game.
Leonard to George.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
Leonard. Another chance. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Caldwell Pope. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Leonard. And counted at the rim.
Good shot.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Leonard to Paul George from long range. Hauled in by James. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Knocked loose. George in a matchup with Boogie. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 3, Anthony Davis. And number 0, Kyle.
DeMarcus Cousins rejects it. Fourth this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
LeBron James wants it with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
No good. Defense catching a break there. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Count the basket at the rim. That ends the third quarter. The Clippers are out in front. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. Shot from the lane won't go. Nice finish at the rim.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. To Leonard. Trying to cash in. Not today.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
And Cousins throwing it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
To George. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Cousins. Going to launch, beyond the arc. They have to keep him in their grasp.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
To Leonard. To Paul George. Fires the 3. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Beverly into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. LBJ. To Davis. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Got it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And that's rebounded by Kuzma. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Beverly. Fires the three. Hat-trick Beverly. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Leonard. No good. That's great defense. Danny Green to James. And the slam.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To George. They love this hustle. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended. Backcourt.
Violation for the Lakers.
Leonard. Whoa! What a finish!
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Danny Green to James. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
LeBron James. Couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To Leonard. And finishes strong.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
The assist from number 3, Anthony Davis.
George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To James. And throws it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
It's George for 2, and he hits.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on